David, great to speak with you again. The company has just reported a compelling set of top-line results from its Phase 2AB PROTECT clinical trial for lead asset ISLA-101 in the treatment of dengue fever. Now, for investors who might not be across the intricacies of the clinical trial, can you talk about what you wanted to achieve with this trial and why the results were so encouraging?
Yeah, Alex, I'm more than happy to do that. Thank you for the question. So we're developing ISLA-101 as a potential treatment or prevention for dengue infection. So this is a pill that you would take that potentially before you went into a dengue endemic region would protect you from infection. Alternatively, we were looking to see if once you were infected, if we might be able to give this to you and see if it would be a treatment. So we designed a clinical trial. It's called a challenge study. And what this means is we enroll healthy individuals and then we infect them with an attenuated or a weakened strain of the dengue virus. Because we can control when you get infected, that means we also can control when you get drugged. So in one cohort, we initially pre-treated individuals with ISLA-101, then we infected them, continued to treat them for a couple of weeks, and we wanted to see if ISLA-101 could block that infection or reduce the symptoms associated with that infection. In a second cohort, we first infected individuals with the virus, the challenge virus, and then 7 days later, we put them on drug. And we wanted to see if we could treat people who were already infected. So keep in mind, these are individuals who by the time we treated them, they were already viremic. Many of them were already showing symptoms because we were trying to mimic what an infection in the field would look like. In a country that has endemic dengue, we wanted to see what this would look like. So I'm really happy to say we set this trial up really to define a go, no-go decision for this program, right? We needed to see activity, and I'm very happy to say we have a resounding go signal, okay? So what we found was out of the preventative cohort, we see clear reductions in virus level, in viremia, in the individuals who were on the drug. And importantly, these people were better. They weren't as sick. We saw clear reduction of symptoms associated with the dengue infection in the individuals who were pre-treated with ISLA-101. So a resounding success. The prophylactic cohort is incredibly positive. We definitely have a path forward as a prophylactic. We're very excited about that. The treatment cohort, again, keeping in mind, these are individuals who are viremic, who are already showing symptoms when they got drug. The study is a little more nuanced. And while we see clear effects of the drug, we're doing a little more analysis right now to find out exactly what that means. So clear effects, certainly some benefits, but we're working to see exactly what that means.
What are the next steps for Island as it advances the clinical trial pathway for ISLA-101?
So you can imagine these results are really coming in just in the last few days. So we've been working really hard to get a handle on the results, to look at them, to find out what they mean, what they say. And in fact, I'm in Singapore right now. I spent yesterday meeting with my clinical advisory team as we pored over the results and asked the question, what does this mean for the prophylactic? What does this mean for the treatment setting? We're going to continue to do that, to look at all of these data in the coming days and probably weeks. I think we'll have a handle on this very soon as to what it really means and what it means for the next steps for the company. It looks right now like we have a clear prophylactic path, and we're going to be working through that with our advisors to define the next clinical trial, which we're really excited to get into.
And finally, David, now that planning is underway for the next round of trials, how is the company positioned with respect to its balance sheet and cash runway following last month's successful $3.6 million capital raise?
Yeah, so we're incredibly excited about having done that placement a few weeks ago. It really shores up our balance sheet and puts us in a very nice position to, one, be able to advance ISLA-101, to continue the analyses we're working on. We've received proposals for subsequent clinical trials that we could fund right now if that ultimately becomes the strategy for us to move forward. And importantly, we have cash in the bank to continue our work on galidesivir acquisition. This is the molecule we've been working on for quite a while. We're getting very close to getting that taken care of, and I look forward to giving more updates on that. But we're in a very good financial situation right now, Alex.
Thanks, David. Appreciate the update and all the best.
Thank you so much.